Sebastian Bowen, the widower of the late Dame Deborah James, has discussed their final months together in a moving tribute. The London banker discussed how even the doctors were in tears when Deborah was moved on to end-of-life care. Sebastian's late wife Deborah died 2 months ago after a 5-year-long battle with incurable bowel cancer. On June 28, Deborah died at the age of 40, surrounded by her friends and family, after raising millions for cancer charities. Deborah used her voice on the BBC podcast You, Me and the Big C, as well as on her Instagram @BowelBabe to raise awareness for the disease. The presenter and Sebastian are parents to 14-year-old son Hugo and a daughter called Eloise, 12. In Deborah's final few weeks, she returned to her parents' home in Woking, Surrey, to spend time with her family before her death. Sebastian recalled the heartbreaking moment it was decided Deborah had to be placed on end-of-life care after bravely fighting for 5 years. She came home from the Royal Marsden when they couldn't do any more, and even the doctors who had been looking after her for the past 5 years and were cut from steel were in tears, he explained. We were told she might not make it to the weekend, but, somehow, she found this inner strength and managed another 8 weeks. They were some of the most mind-blowing, magical days of both our lives. Later on in his interview with The Times, he went on to speak about how full of life Deborah was. She was making the most of every last moment. But that was her, he reflected. That is how I will always remember Deborah, the ability in the worst of times to embrace life. More than anyone I know, she loved life, even more so when it became so short and each minute counted. Deborah raised a total of £7 million for cancer charities and helped to change the public's perception of bowel cancer. Before her death, she also succeeded in launching a clothing line and writing Amazon #1 bestseller How to Live When You Could Be Dead. When Deborah died, a statement was shared to her Instagram page next to a beautiful picture of the podcast host. It read, "We are deeply saddened to announce the death of Dame Deborah James, the most amazing wife, daughter, sister, mummy. Deborah passed away peacefully today, surrounded by her family." Deborah, who many of you will know as BowelBabe, was an inspiration, and we are incredibly proud of her and her work and commitment to charitable campaigning, fundraising and her endless efforts to raise awareness of cancer that touched so many lives. Deborah shared her experience with the world to raise awareness, break down barriers, challenge taboos and change the conversation around cancer. Even in her most challenging moments, her determination to raise money and awareness was inspiring. Deborah's loved ones thanked the incredible public for playing their part in her journey and said they look forward to continuing Deborah's legacy long into the future through the BowelBabe Fund. The statement concluded, "Find a life worth enjoying, take risks, love deeply, have no regrets, and always, always have rebellious hope. And finally, check your poo, it could just save your life."